Hi everybody, I'm Kimmie Rose, and this is your weekly vibe and mantra for November the 4th till November the 11th, 2020 AD. I can't believe it. We're in November. Happy birthday, Scorpio, if you're a Scorpio. Happy birthday. I brought a couple books, just wanted to share. Well, I thought I'd bring my books out first. A lot of people have asked me about the books I've written. This is Wake Up Your Intuition. It's a great book if you want to open up. It talks about states of consciousness, tuning into your intuition, and all different types of things you can do. I have manifesting the right career, love, how to read the tarot, how to know if you're awake. A lot of good things in this book. And the other book, my very first book, The Sun, Moon, and Venus, a simple guide to get the most out of their man. This is OB, OB. It's a good book. It's a fun read, and you can read it too if you're like reading it for a girl and you want to know, like, oh, is this a good person for me? So hopefully everybody had a happy Halloween. It's really, it's been crazy. It's been fun. It's been challenging, but it's been okay. And that's what matters. So what I want to do is I'm going to put on my glasses. Yeah. Sorry. And I'm going to read something really quick from my favorite book, the Dhammapada. I love this. It is not what one says that counts, but what one is. Know the spirit with which ye do a thing is the spirit that will respond to thee. And that's Edgar Cayce. Edgar Cayce, I just absolutely, it's the ARE, edgarcayce.com. Check it out. It's a wonderful place to go. So I just opened the book and said, guide me in your way. Today is the day everybody's out voting, and I'm a Canadian, so I cannot vote, but everybody around me is voting, and so it'll be an interesting day. And we just had a full moon, and it's all about your dreams. It's about career. It's about business. And anybody the person that will be elected is most likely going to be someone who will lead people into being independent in business and support business. That's what's the really big thing. I'm laughing because I think my phone is going off, so give me a minute. That was my phone. So I'm going to just read this chapter. It's, as we were in the time of voting and all that. It's from the Dhammapada, and it is, that was my daughter's phone, sorry. I didn't know whose phone that was. Corruption. You are now like a yellow leaf. Yama's henchmen are standing by. You stand at the door of death, with no provisions for the journey. Make an island for yourself. Be quick in making effort. Be wise, unblemished, with corruption removed. This is neat because it's talking about, as I said, I'm just going to open this up, and this is going to have to do whatever comes, and I do this all the time with the Dhammapada. It's going to be about what's going on, what the vibe is this week. So this is a new chapter that we're writing, that we're all writing in our lives. And anything you feel inside that's been eating you up, This is a time, and this is true because astrologically it's true with Saturn. It'll just be removed. And I think that's the reason I've been sleeping a lot better. And it's funny because I'm starting to turn into my dad, where I'm like, I'll be sitting somewhere and I just fall asleep. So, you can think about that. Whatever you're holding, let it go. Remember when it said, make an island for yourself. Do that. An island for yourself. And remember, it's hard to say what is corrupt, what isn't, because you're dealing with a whole bunch of other people. But the biggest thing is just to forgive yourself. You are now at the end of life. You're headed for Yama's presence. With no resting place along the way, no provisions for the journey, make an island for yourself. Be quick in making, listen to that, effort. Be wise. Unblemished, with corruption removed. You'll experience birth and old age no more. This is about being reborn. This is about when we do, so I do something that I learned in hypnosis called soul retrieval. It's where you go back to this period where you are holding on to all this stuff, and it's like your light is just, we've taken photos before and you can see people's light just streaming out. They're like, oh my God, what I'm doing is bad. This is so bad, bad, bad. That part of them still lives back there. And so by taking them to meet that part of themselves, we can remove the corruption or the thought or the self-punishment and experience the wholeness. It's a beautiful thing to do, and it is possible. I've had a lot of people say, I have been going to counseling for months and it's not working. And there is a such thing as soul depression. So if you feel like you're tired all the time, you just got that feeling of depression, like, oh my gosh, I don't even know what I want to do. I don't know where I want to go. I don't even know if I want to be here. What is life about? And it's just a feeling that you have to let yourself feel it and go in yourself. Go to the void. If you are able to go to that dark, scary feeling and meet it, you will remove the sadness. That was told to me by a Buddhist monk who said, and it's weird because I remember working with this one man who he was holding so much guilt because he worked as a guard and he was really mean to prisoners, he said, really, really mean to prisoners. And he was mean to his wife too. And he said that one day he went home, he quit his job, and he got on his knees and he begged his wife to forgive him. He said, I have been so wrong to you. I just don't like who I am. I hate myself. I can't stand myself. And I just want a chance. She walked away. She had somebody else in her life. But he said, I know I had to do that. I had to tell her, and they're friends now, and he understands why she had to do what she had to do. But many of us, and this is a hard thing, and I feel so blessed to open up to this chapter because I had totally forgot about this chapter. I usually carry a small one of these around, and it's like crumpled up because this is when I was going through all this terrible guilt and awful stuff, and just through things. Hannah's adding some music to this. And she's got actually some songs she's written too. And she's an awesome psychic, Hannah Marie. and a very special child. Very special. When she's around me, I feel safe. So let's listen to this part. You're going to experience birth and old age no more. That's because heaven and earth come together within yourself. As a smith does with silver, the wise person gradually, bit by bit, moment by moment, removes impurities from themselves. As rust corrupts the very iron that formed it, so transgressions lead their doer to the states of woe. Oral teachings become corrupted when not recited. Homes were corrupted by inactivity. Sloth corrupts physical beauty. Negligence corrupts a guardian. Bad conduct is corruption in a person. Stinginess, corruption in a giver. Evil traits corrupt people in both this world and the next. More corrupt than these is ignorance, the greatest corruption. Having abandoned this corruption, monks remain corruption-free. So, and then it's going to talk about the easy life. So there's the key right there. And I say this to people all the time. You are not ignorant, okay? You know this, like you're feeling sad for something and you're feeling like you want to let it go. That's enough. It's your conscience. Your conscience clears. It automatically has a purification system. And because you are conscious that you did that, and even if you do it again, you will feel it stronger. And that's where you meet the maker inside of you. That's what I want everybody to say. Let's get this devil thing out of the way, okay? Because when I was a little kid, I would crap my pants. And I'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm going down to the devil. And I'd be looking underneath me going, oh my gosh, the devil is going to get me. There is no devil. Your thoughts can become your punishment of yourself. But your conscience, which is also connected to the High Priestess card in the tarot, when you connect with your conscience, it will remember you came here to experience this. Now, how are you handling it? Are you forgiving yourself? Are you forgiving the person you went through? That's what I've been working on, is really big time working on forgiveness. I'm doing it, and how I'm doing it is different than how some people might, but it's like when I feel a hurt, I look at a good part, because I always can find a good part in someone, or that I may have been hurt by. I always can find a happy memory too. So your conscience, think of it. Our body, we breathe. Without our breath, our brain does not operate, okay? Doesn't work. Our breath, we breathe that breath into our life. Creator then becomes alive inside of us. God is within you. You are part of creation. So your conscience has the will to be done with your self-punishment. So let it go now. I'm going to put my arms out like this, like a basketball net, and I'm going to say, put it in here right now. Just put it in there. Put it in. Let it go. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Let it go. Gone. So what happens when it says it? When a monk does this, the monk becomes free of corruption. So do you. Monks are here as examples. They set examples. There are many other teachers. Animals are great teachers. Many teachers. Even your own personal Judas is there as your teacher. So it says, more corrupt than these is the ignorance. Having abandoned corruption, monks remain corruption-free. Here it is now. What happens when we realize our conscience, our own conscience, is the one that can either make us live hell here or to be happier. Easy is life then. For someone without conscience, bold as a crow, obtrusive, deceitful, reckless, and corrupt, difficult is life for them. I just heard Yoda, I had to say it. Always searching for what is pure, discerning, sincere, cautious, and clean living. So a lot of times, sometimes somebody who's, corrupted, they're always looking for some diet or something that is pure. But you already are pure. That's what you need to know. And when you chose to come into this life, you made an agreement with your higher self that, guess what? You have a conscience and you can clear that by letting it go and becoming awake. You can do it. One digs up one's own root here in this very world. If one kills, lies, and steals, goes to another's spouse, or gives oneself up to drink and intoxicants, good person, know this. Evil traits are reckless. Or we could take that out and we could say evil. Say traits that are bad for you or your body are reckless. You're doing it to yourself. Don't let greed and wrongdoing oppress you with the long-term suffering. According to their faith, according to their satisfaction, people give this being the case. If one is envious of the food and drink given to others, one does not attain some being. I don't know if I said that right. I'm going to say it the way I can feed it, feel it. By day or night, by cutting out, uprooting, and discarding this envious state, one gains some being. By day or by night. There's no fire like lust, no grasping like hate, no snare like delusion, no river like craving. It's easy to see the faults of others, isn't it? But hard to see one's own. One sifts out the faults of others like chaff, but conceals one's own, as a cheat conceals a bad throw of the dice. If one focuses on others' faults and constantly takes offense, one's own toxins begin to flourish. And one is far from their destruction. No path exists in space. That's big. Because you're living your life based on others' paths. So you're running down this path, this path, that path. You don't have your own path because you're too busy judging others. People are enamored with obsessive thoughts. You know you are. You know right now they're making you not eat. They're making it that you can't drink. You can't stand it. You can't get up. And it's probably obsessive thoughts of someone else. Get back on your own path. That person is more likely to meet you as you're walking down your own path. But if you're up on theirs, like trying to clean it up, come on, you gotta get this right. Come on, this is what I expect. And getting fights. I mean, they're gonna get mad. Like, let me clean my own path. Let me clear my own way. That's a big deal. No path exists in space. No contemplatives exist outside the Buddha's path. People are enamored with obsessive thoughts. Tathagatas are free and obsessive thinking. No path exists in space. No contemplating things exist out of the Buddhist path. No created things are eternal. That's so true. No agitation exists in Buddhists. Buddha within you. Buddha within you. So this week you're going to be going through a lot of thinking and getting mad at yourself for things. This is about knowing once you think about it and then your conscience hits it, you're like, and I hope I pray that you hear me. And I pray that you can, if you don't want to show this video to someone, tell them how special they are and that their own conscience clears them. You can listen to them, but they can only free themselves because we truly are the ones who know when to let go. And for some reason, when we hold on, we're still holding on. People get mad. They don't understand why you're doing it. But while you're judging that person, you're off your own path. So stop judging them. Walk on your path. Let them do what they need to do. Let them go through what they need to go through. It's scary. But we all have a purpose. We all go through things for a reason. And as you go through things, be very conscious of the present moment. We're not in yesterday or even the moment before. We are totally in a brand new moment. Sometimes your hair starts falling out. We lose our hair every few years. Brand new. Get brand new cells in your body every 24 hours. You can heal yourself if you used all of your brain. So, let's do the weekly mantra. The Buddha. Just do mudra style. Om. I trust. In presence. In presence, I meet myself. I am conscious. I am free. I choose my freedom. That's so important. Remember that. And let's take our hands up here with open heart. I receive the lessons and I share those lessons with others. I am conscious of the fact that I am enlightened, for I have a path to walk, and it lights the way for me now. I have a path to walk now that I am conscious, and I allow it to light my way. I have a path to walk now that I am conscious, and I allow it to light my way. Thank you so much for joining me this week, and please, if you get a chance, how about please check it out over on Facebook. Check out Kimmie Rose. It's lots of good information there. And also, please sign up for our classes at Lite the Way, L-I-T-E, theway.com. And if you're wanting to go through a soul retrieval, litetheway.com. You can schedule one there. And last but not least, my very favorite thing is the app that Gordon Harris has made for me, which is amazing. If you get a chance, please download Kimmie Rose. And if you want an app made, please check out Gordon Harris's business. The stuff that he does is amazing. Everything you see, he does it. I don't know what I would do without him. And across the bottom of the screen, you can see how to get a hold of him. You can click it. If you mention that you heard about it on here, you will get there's a discount you'll get. And guess what? You can send your Christmas cards out too. He's got a really neat service where you can print up cards, all different kinds of things. So, I want to take a moment to thank him, Gordon Harris, for all that you do for me and your business. All that your business does. And you know what? You can see the business name on the screen. Let it soak in. And please check it out. It is wonderful. Namaste. Talk to you next week. Peace.
Without the ends, and every breath of hers was a thorn in his eye, and every petal's blushing red. It's on my fingertips, and my electric lights become